Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays, I don't know, I was gonna insert another game there, Star Ocean, Katawa Shouju. I always pronounce that incorrectly and I apologize for it, but what can I say? You know, I'm not a native Japanese speaker, nor a, non-native Japanese speaker. I'm more of a Japanese listener. Don't quite understand what I hear most of the time, but that's because I don't speak the language. This is a Universal Item Pools run. A nickel is a very lucky thing to get. Universal Item Pools run is a very interesting one to go with, because basically it causes us to perform some mental gymnastics and calisthenics, basically, to stay fresh and, keep our Isaac Fu relatively strong as I, have to actually independently solve problems as opposed to relying completely on muscle memory. Now, I did pick up the wafer in our very first item room after a reroll, so I won't have a reroll for the boss fight, but it's well worth it because the wafer is just a crazy good item for us to get that is effectively just going to make it so that when we get down to the Womb, the Cathedral, and beyond, ideally, at least if we make it that far, it's basically half as difficult as it used to be, which is a crazy good item to pick up. This early on, it means nothing for us. It doesn't help us out at all, really, when it comes to actually, surviving past Mom and getting to the, those high damage floors. But assuming we do make it past it, it's one of the more difficult, or sorry, one of the more advantageous items to pick up. All we gotta do is have the skill and maybe the luck necessary to get that far, which shouldn't be that much of a tall order. Typically, probably have like a 75 to 85% chance to get past Mom. Maybe even a little bit higher than that. Plus, I feel good because we've won our last 2 runs. I mean, a lot of that has come down to luck, but that's okay. Getting really good items, becoming Guppy on that Blue Baby run, and getting, Razor Blade's pretty bad. Becoming Guppy on that Blue Baby run and getting Book of Revelations was out of control. We've had some very good stuff going on, let's put it that way. Now, the Razor Blade is obviously going to be a reroll. We got Bob's Curse from our boss room, which is a pretty bad item. I'll talk about that in a second, because we're not going to have too many opportunities to get rerolls, so I would almost rather, considering it's Universal Item Pool, reroll the item room, because we don't have to fight enemies to get whatever item we get, but, we do have another reroll pedestal in 9 lives there. The question is, do I want to pick up 9 lives? And I think the answer is probably no, almost certainly, but it does, tempt me because I could become Guppy, obviously. We'll take the coin purse. It could be good, it could be terrible, we'll see. Pill 1 teleported me to the mob trap room. Okay. Pill 2 is going to give me a range down, no big deal. Pill 3 and 4, bad gas. So that was effectively just a range down. That sucks pretty hard. If I'm going to... bad gas didn't work at all there, did it? If I'm going to pick up 9 lives, I should do it before I fight the boss, just in case there's an HP upgrade in there. I don't know, maybe that's something I'll consider. Oh, you know what? I should totally have gone to this library first, but I didn't notice it was here until just now. Okay, I'm absolved of guilt then. Rainbow Baby is an item we'll just pick up, and Holy Water is obviously an item that is, again, warranting a reroll, and probably more warranting of a reroll than 9 lives. But if we get an HP upgrade after this boss fight, which is coming up soon, then it might not be the worst idea for me to take 9 lives, give myself that chance to become Guppy. I'm not sure if the chance is increased or decreased as a result of being on Universal Item Pools, but whatever. And then we'll still be able to take an HP upgrade, so we won't have lost very much to do it. But it'll have to be a very specific kind of subset here that'll make it work. By the way, we are not going to have that opportunity, actually, because we are going to get a Cube of Meat here. Cube of Meat, okay item to get dropped in Universal Item Pools. It's fine. I think if we re-roll it, we'll get... No, if we re-roll it because there's no XL floor, we'll just get Cube of Meat again. Or there's no second boss room after this. We'll just get Cube of Meat again. I would like a deal with the devil to show up. We'll probably just end up walking in and then walking out of that deal with the devil, but that's okay too. It gives us a higher percentage chance to get a deal with the angel later. No such luck. Yeah, I think we just pick up our Cube of Meat. We re-roll the Holy Water, because it's effectively exactly the same as re-rolling the 9 lives, except that... it's going to not have us require fighting more enemies at the end. It's basically just a free item as opposed to one that we have to pay with probably some health or time for, and we get a damage upgrade, so that's pretty good. Weird floor, and that's not something that's unusual. Weird is normal. Abnormal is normal when you're doing a Universal Item Pools run. So, we got a damage upgrade, a Cube of Meat, Rainbow Baby, and I think that's it. What did we get from our... Oh, we got the coin purse from our item room, which gave us a range downgrade. So damage up, range down. It's not the end of the world. It's a pretty okay floor. Plus the cube of meat might end up being beneficial. Holy crap, if we can find the secret room, we could possibly have an enormous bounty of delicious items here because we have 2 judgments. 3 fucking judgments, man. That is crazy. And I was half expecting another one to be in that room right there. I'm almost positive that that is the most judgments I've ever run into in succession. Probably run into 2 judgments in a row on occasion before. 3 in a row is out of control, though. We're obviously going to go to our curse room if possible. Could contain absolutely anything. Might as well go through it right now. Who gives a shit about the spirit heart, right? Okay. Took us to a deal with the devil where there's a lifesteal and fly love, both of which not really that useful at all for me, I would say. If I had a reroll, I probably would have used it there. Instead, we're probably going to use our reroll on Dead Sea Scrolls, which gave me Wiggle Worm for 1 room. What a glorious advantage. How am I ever going to repay the RNG gods? RNGesus, as he says. Let's see if our secret room is here. It is indeed. We get Harlequin Baby for free in our secret room. It's okay. We didn't have a reroll anyway. I was kind of hoping that there was money, obviously, because I was going to play Judgment, but whatever. Shit happens, right? How about this one? That's 2 Spirit Hearts, so we ended up still turning a health profit by walking into there, even though we had to do it twice. Or I guess technically 3 times total, because twice kind of implies that you walk in and out twice, but we didn't do that. We only had to walk out once. A little bit of money. Shears is, I'm going to reroll it. And I'm doing this because, sure, Infestation's something, but also I was just hoping we can get some money for just completing this room. So, Infestation's not a very good item, but we won't have another reroll unless we end up fighting Krampus, and we know that we're not going to fight Krampus because I've already seen inside the deal with the devil room. This means I won't have any rerolls available, but at the same time, if it drops even a single penny, that can make a really big difference on one of those judgments, and I'm probably going to end up playing those judgments. It's really unfortunate that the floor with 3 judgments is the only secret room in recent memory that doesn't have a bunch of money in it. Actually, that's not true. On our last run, we came across a lot of secret rooms that didn't have money. We're going to bad gas this quickly. I got lucky to get out before the creep actually managed to do any damage to me. We got very lucky to not get hit by any bullets there. And we're making a very strange but possibly workable run out of this. HP upgrades pretty hard to come by relative to the norm on a Universal Item Pools run. Hopefully, we end up maybe getting one right here. That would be convenient timing. I swear to God, Peep, you're like, it's so hard to do damage to Peep when he just continuously jumps. Or leaps, I guess, as opposed to his normal hop. But a couple more hits should do it. If there just hadn't been an eye there, I probably would have gotten him. Harlequin Baby actually finished the job. This is weird, because we got Fly Love from our boss fight, so what the heck's going to be on the deal with the devil? That's not Fly Love. That's Fly Love. Mulligan is the one that has the blue heart above it. Okay. That's weird. I guess we're just going to leave this floor. We got Fly Love and Harlequin Baby. Those are not necessarily items that you want to, use as the backbone of your successful run, but maybe we'll get lucky and end up getting some more items that'll actually give us a better chance of success. We are on Caves Part 2 with a little bit of money, so obviously I'm hoping that maybe we manage to find an arcade. More keys, always good. Shops are usually pretty bad in the, quote-unquote meta in Universal Item Pools, because they no longer have an above-average caliber of item. Probably should not get hit by that if I had to guess. Item rooms and libraries are the new king, so if we can actually manage to get another library on this floor, that would be amazing as well. But you never know, we could get good shop items inside of this item room right here. And yes, for once I did not misspeak, even though it might have sounded like I made a terrible speaking error. We could get good shop items inside of this item room. So, with our 1 remaining key, we throw it into the wind here and pick up the white feather, which is a standard item pool run, or item pool item, but also very bad. Then we get a damage upgrade via growth hormones, which is fine. Damage feeling pretty good. HP's terrible. Defense, pretty bad. Single orbital, couple of familiars that'll take care of maybe some of the flies that come in after us, but we're lacking a lot of things right now. But we do have the wafer, and the wafer is kind of like a time release bomb of goodness, basically. If I could just survive to get down until the womb, then I stand to gain a lot as a result. Another key maybe gives us the opportunity to eventually go into our shop. If I can manage to get enough money, this blood bank gives me the opportunity to possibly earn enough money. Probably should just leave right now and go straight to this boss trap room, if I had to guess. I do want to play the blood bank more, because obviously if it pays out with the blood bag, that's crazy useful for me. You know, okay, blue candle's really good, obviously, but I'm gonna take this opportunity to maybe earn a reroll that I can use to change blue candle, because I like keeping the D6. As good as the blue candle is, and it would solve a lot of our potential damage woes, which we don't really have that much of, because our damage is okay. But as good as it is, it's much better for me in the long run, both from a fun and from a, you know, practical standpoint, to keep our D6. It's a weird one, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay, well, we have already taken... Have we taken... No, we didn't take any Guppy items. Let's think about this, because obviously, you know, there's some value in taking Guppy's Paw. It would give us 9 Spirit Hearts, which is pretty okay. Yeah, but let's reroll Blue Candle first. I think it's a better reroll for us. Okay, we get meat. Worst case scenario, or best case scenario, I guess depending on how things go, this gives us another 3 Spirit Hearts if we choose to go with Guppy's Paw. It's way, way too early to just bank on Guppy's Paw and our existing amount of HP to be enough. But if we end up getting another HP upgrade from the Blood Bank, and maybe another HP upgrade from our boss, then maybe 15 Spirit Hearts plus the Wafer is enough to kind of make a go at the end of the game. It's a very... It would be a bold tactic, let's put it that way. 2 chests here containing a telepills. I don't know how we use that telepills, to be quite frank. Yeah, so I think if... It's weird, because I could always take Guppy's Paw with me, but I don't want to. I'd like to take the D6 with me, so I would really just want to cash out, like, all at once with Guppy's Paw. And would that give me enough Spirit Hearts to live? Maybe. It's an interesting decision at the very least, and I welcome interesting decisions, because we've got to know whether or not our streamer is a crook. Well, I am not a crook. It's only through listening to Hardcore History so much that I actually have at least that Richard Nixon soundbite possibly correctly remembered. If you don't listen to Hardcore History and you play, you know, Paradox Grand Strategy games or have an otherwise passing interest in history, I just use Paradox Grand Strategy games as like a jumping off point, because that's where a lot of people seem to get into history. Here's what I think. We're gonna go crazy, alright? I really want to reroll Little Chad then, but I don't think we can even reroll Little Chad, so ignore that. Let me play this first, but I think we are going to go balls deep on Guppy's Paw, which sounds very weird, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, Hardcore History, it's a free podcast that is just like an awful lot of entertainment and knowledge packed into, like, you know, 45-minute to 3-hour-long bursts. It's a great show that you should check out if you are interested in history at all, because the narrator, or the, you know, podcaster, Dan Carlin, is a great speaking voice and a great, you know, mind for storytelling, I should say. Please be full health. Range up. Well, that compensates for the range down we got earlier. This is like our moment of truth, because if I can get that extra HP plus blood bag, or HP plus speed upgrade from the blood bag, that would be incredible for us. But it's fairly unlikely to happen, I guess. I definitely don't want to throw away any of these Spirit Hearts. Is 14 Spirit Hearts enough to keep us going for the rest of the game? It's a very interesting proposition. I can probably find the secret room. That's something I should be looking out for. Might even be able to find the second secret room, and it could consist entirely of red hearts. So this is our last play here. Okay, so we're out. Now we go check things out. Why don't we telepills? Why don't we just try it? Okay, that took us to the curse room, which I hadn't been to yet. That doesn't strike me as a me thing to do. Okay. I guess I reroll this. I really don't want to become Guppy. Or do I? I don't know how 9 lives affects us if we're rolling entirely on Spirit Hearts. I'm just gonna reroll it. That's terrible, but maybe it gives us a red heart, it gives us a pill, and maybe that pill is full health. Tears up. Okay, well, I'm still glad we went through what we went through then. And I only took half a Spirit Heart to make that happen. That was good. I think it's pretty okay, all things considered. See if I can get something out of this from both of these things. Now I'm confused because maybe I did not put that bomb there appropriately to find if the secret room is there. Let's try it again. We do have bombs, so I can afford to be, you know, a little bit more vigilant. I guess I should definitely look up next to the arcade up here. This is where the other location is. Alright. I'm obviously hoping that there's a bunch of red hearts or like an item in here or something. That's okay. Well, I guess we gamble a little bit more. I still think it's smart to go crazy on Guppy's Paw here. Within, you know, the near future, we'll obviously... Hey, more money. Within the near future, we'll obviously have the Polaroid. That'll, you know, decrease the amount of damage we're going to take for sure. Please give me some more red hearts. Oh. Okay, well, we're going to blow one of these things up then. I really, 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 really fucking want to get the blood bag. 15 plus 2.5, 17.5 spirit hearts, plus the wafer. You're probably approaching the point at which you could make that happen. Obviously, the more chances we get to play this, the better, because we get more money out of it as well. And we could buy an extra spirit heart on the shop if we get lucky. It's an IV bag. That sucks, like, real hard. So that's the end of that dream, basically. Are we going to go for it? Yes, we are going to go for it. I am going to buy Guppy's Paw and not do anything with it beyond taking myself down to exactly 0. And we're going to avoid HP upgrades for the rest of the run, and we're going to double down on being hyper-aggressive and, you know, having the wafer, basically. That's what we're going to do, and that's going to be interesting and scary, but also a whole lot of fun. Again, I just didn't know how 9 lives was going to work in conjunction with this. I think the key is more valuable than that remaining spirit heart, and we move on. So, we've made our decision, we've made our bed, and now it's time to lie in it. Are we going to lie in bed with the woman we love, or are we going to lie in bed with the sheets aren't even on and we're using like a t-shirt as a pillowcase and it's covered in Cheetos dust? I don't know. We're about to see, aren't we? 9 bombs, 1 key, 2 cents. Why not, right? Little Chad, we couldn't re-roll him anyway. Might as well make sure that he doesn't show up again. So, this is a big moment of truth. We're on a Curse of the Labyrinth floor, and a more difficult version of the floor. We do have Fly Love, which is why these guys are moving so exceptionally slowly, which means I basically should be only worried about the bomb flies here, because bomb flies still explode. Ideally, I would not like to be caught in the crossfire when they do. And I guess the good thing about this floor is that, yeah, there's a lot of, you know, enemies that are potentially going to be really nasty, but at the same time, there's also a lot of potential to pick up consumables. If we find item rooms really early and we need to re-roll, well, we have more than an ample opportunity to do so, based on the size of the floor. And, you know, obviously, I don't have any control over what items show up at all, but I would really, really love to pick up a compass. I will go to the secret room if it's here. That it is there, and we also got an extra 2 cents out of it, which is pretty good. And it's Celtic Cross, which I'm just going to re-roll. And that turned into Mom's Knife, so I feel pretty good about things now. I know people are going to be disappointed with that. Sorry. I don't make the rules, man. On a run like this, where, again, I've doubled down on the amount of health I have right now being enough to carry me through the rest of the game, holy shit, Polyphemus showed up right after. And a Tears upgrade, which may or may not be useful at all at this point. It's amazing how much that basically makes my confidence improve. There should be very, very little chance of us fucking this up at this point. We're vulnerable because we have no HP. Effectively, the HP that we have now is the HP that we have to have until the end of the game. So, I still need to be very smart about not taking damage, but we have just picked up such an extraordinary advantage with 2 extraordinary advantages. And the compass, holy shit. Is this the best floor that I've ever had in the Binding of Isaac? I'm starting to think it might be. We re-rolled Celtic Cross into Mom's Knife. Not that... Oh, we should go back for that money. Not that Celtic Cross is bad, but we re-rolled Celtic Cross for Mom's Knife, which is a, you know, basically objective improvement. Got Polyphemus without re-rolling in the next item room. You know what? I'm going to pick up this extra money as well. Just... That was the worst bomb. It still worked, but I could have made that so much less stressful. But yeah, then we picked up the compass for free without any rerolls in the next item room. And we already had pretty good damage, and we have the wafer. So, within about like a 30-second span, I think I basically guaranteed myself a victory, and there's not much that anybody could do about it. Even if I wanted to throw this, it would actually be more effort than winning at this point, I think. So, fuck the last remaining shop. We don't have the money for it. We may or may not be able to get the money for it. But I can't be arsed, basically. The time investment is just too much, considering how quickly we are going to tear through these enemies. We just one-shot Bloat, and he gave us the battery. So, I'm starting to feel like somebody up there really likes me. The battery plus the D6 is obviously amazing. We're not quite in one-shotting Mom territory. Two-shotting. And, you know, a fairly... with a lot of remainder two-shot, but still, good time to get the Steam sale. I'm going to pick it up just so it doesn't show up later. Let's bum rush the rest of the floor, shall we? This is not a vanilla run, so it's not like I'm heading for any kind of like incredible speedrun record time or anything like that. But my god, have we got the opportunity to really, really clear the rest of this game out quickly. And not blowing up the doors, actually like going to every single room, which is even more remarkable if you ask me. Not to take away anybody else's speedrun achievement. Plus, this is universal item pools, which just makes things... typically, you get stronger runs with this in general, but... that library, by the way, is a very, you know, pressing possible double item room, but I'm not going to it because I don't need to go to it. Everything's just overkill at this point, and I kind of just want to, you know, exercise my will over the game and be done with it. Like, just by just slightly touching Mom's knife now is enough to kill absolutely all of these enemies. I kind of wanted to try to win the blood bag, but it actually is more trouble than it's worth, even if we win, which is unlikely. Maybe it's like semi-likely, but even if we win, it's actually bad for business. Now, we will get a second level cube of meat here. Death was like 3-shot, but it was an inefficient 3-shotting there. And the horse in 2 hits, lucky me. Alright, second level cube of meat. Probably not going to have a demonstrable increase on our damage, but that's okay. There's a boss trap room over there. May or may not do anything for me. The only thing at this point that I can really see drastically improving my chances on this, I mean, my chances on this run, let's be honest, are basically 100. But, no need to lie. In fact, I'd rather, you know, tell you when I have basically a 100% chance of winning. So A, if I lose, then it's that much more dramatic. And B, when I tell you I don't know if we're going to win, you actually believe me because I'm not trying to just hype up drama. But what I was going to say is that the ability to fly is basically the only thing that I could see really having a marked impact on our run because it would really improve our defense. But that's basically it. We should be able to kill Mom's heart in no time flat here. Ideally take no damage either. We'll put a bomb down just because there's not... I was going to say there's not too much to knock it out of the way. Wow, 1 hit to go down to permanent bomb state. I can't quite get the range necessary to finish the job. I got hit there somehow. Almost went down a shoal by accident. Oh, and we got the Emperor card as well because the game has a sense of humor. Okay. So, let's go fight Isaac. With 1 hit, we took off probably 15% of his health. And hitting me was the worst thing he ever did, because then immediately afterwards, we just managed to kill him in, again, basically 0 time flat. So I guess we reroll Bob's Rotten Head and get Telepathy for Dummies. This is an easy candidate for the fastest I've ever done the Cathedral in the chest, I think. There's basically 0 chance that I'm not going to win, and not going to win fairly quickly. The only thing that's going to take longer is our opportunity to, you know, go in the wrong direction, which I made good use of there by going in the wrong direction. That was an awkward way to phrase it. We killed, well, we killed Pestilence in 1 hit, which is remarkable, but we also killed Death before he could even summon the pony, which is crazy and stupid. I'm not even going back to reroll Bob's Rotten Head at this point. Every piece of damage that I take is damage that I have chosen to take. Sure, why don't we use the Joker card? What harm could happen? We can get Guardian Angel. Let's re-roll it just in case it becomes something hilarious. Okay, Spelunker's Hat is not hilarious. There was the ability to fly. Who cares, though, right? I think that might have actually killed us if we picked it up. So, instead, we're just going to quickly fight these guys. I think Gluttony is a 1-shotter. Pretty close. Super Wrath might be like a 2-shotter, but I just walk into him, basically, and then it's done. Same for Greed. A couple more hits here will get the job done. Yep, can still be caught in the explosion, so it's best to be a little bit prudent. That was not so great. Still can't see my HP, though, so we are basically sitting pretty here. I'm just going to go kill Blue Baby as fast as possible. So, yeah, buoyed by basically the best XL floor that I have ever had in my entire life. That is an exceptional pseudo speedrun of The Binding of Isaac. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to show your support by clicking the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.